let's check in on this dark web boot buying. We are looking at Shiloh _ WWE's Instagram, and in the last video we ended it with him finding this tracker in the bottom of the boots. That was like 2 or 3 weeks ago. We've had more developments since then. Got all the new clips popped up. Let's hop in and see what's going on here. I think we did watch this. So he found that tracker. That is where we did leave off here though. So the tracker's in the boot. Song is currently unavailable. What is going on? For some reason it's muted, but I think he's just talking about finding the tracker, going into it, and kind of like going through the steps to figure out what exactly was going on. And I know in a more recent video that we'll get to back here, he does give some more details as to what was going on. But he looked in the boot, he opened up that VHS tape, and that's where we're at. So then he went on to the dark web, and he did notice that the site is now down. Oh, that's kind of interesting. Not at all uncommon with onion sites, but still strange. We'll check back soon. Burner phone is coming tomorrow to test out the SIM card from the tracker. That might be one of the updates in that video that we couldn't get the sound for. He bought a burner phone because he found a SIM card in that tracker.
So as you guys may know, I ordered some boots off the dark web, and I recently figured out that one of the heels was hollow. I had found this chip thing in it, and it has a SIM card in it. So I got pretty much the cheapest unlocked phone that I could get. I'm hoping that this thing has some type of like browser on it, but by the looks of it, that might be kind of unlikely. Let's see if we got some charge in this battery. Here we go. At least if I don't learn anything about the SIM card, I can start trapping. Okay, let's see if we got a browser. Okay, good, we do have a browser. Alright, let's get the SIM card out. Interesting. Looks like someone just scribbled out the numbers. Okay, the SIM card as is does not fit, but I think I can take this outer layer off. There we go. I gotta try to not lose this. Nice. Okay, let's see what we got. Ooh, 4G LTE, let's go. Okay, let's see if this thing is a phone number. Calling myself. Okay. Ooh, call ended. Okay, fail. See what this browser is talking about. Okay. Ooh, we have internet. Okay, the cell carrier is. Now it's saying AT&T up there. Up in the top left. Okay, this is interesting. City Naperville, Region, Illinois. Belgacom, that's really weird. All these sites are giving me drastically different locations. This one is saying Belgacom again. Okay, what the heck? Obviously, anytime you are using a mobile data, you're gonna have a dynamic IP, but this is really weird. I'm just confused why up in the top left it says AT&T now and earlier it said T-Mobile. Regardless though, the SIM card is definitely functional in terms of cellular data, which means we gotta plug into this thing and see what it was sending. So I ordered a USB to serial converter, and it should be here tomorrow. Hopefully that means we can figure out what code this was running.
So after posting this video, I saw a few Reddit posts saying this could just be like manufactured either by him or by like a marketing company to, you know, just drum up hype a little bit. He is an aspiring, I think he is like a kind of more legit wrestler, like doing wrestling things. I saw a recent clip where he was in some form of a reality show for wrestling, and he's on like Team Undertaker now, and so it could very well be that. And that's why I lost a little bit of steam like when I was making the last video, that like, if this is fake, it's kind of just lame. But I have been slightly keeping up with it on my own, and Chad asked about it, so we'll just continue to keep tabs on what's going on. Let's get into the next video.
These boots off the dark web to a PO box. Unfortunately, they had this GPS tracker in them. This tracker was actually like the worst thing ever to try to get into. I don't know if you can see, but there's a little chip right there called a CH340 and it's broken. That chip is basically what allows the computer to communicate with it. And I think whoever made it broke it on purpose so that no one could get the code off it. But I got one of these USB to serial converters and I was able to connect that to the serial pins on the board. That's actually letting me see the serial output on the board. Not only that, but this thing actually has an AT command interpreter still, so I can, for instance, stop it from reading my GPS data like it just did. Honestly, I'm surprised whoever made the tracker didn't also break the serial pins off. Kind of made them less intimidating. Now here's where the real headache was. I'm saying AT interpreter for a reason. This thing should by default just use AT commands, but it's actually running custom firmware that uses Lua and AT commands. This is the worst thing ever to figure out. These are some of the docs for that firmware. That's what's giving it the ability to use variables. And that's what made it able to send my location, kinda. The irony in this situation is the tracker is only halfway working. It successfully sends my location to some server and I can't see what the IP of the server is, but because the SIM card is data only and doesn't have SMS, the text message fails and spits out an error message with the phone number. And I'm covering it because I want to call it first. Or maybe text it, I don't know. I'm deciding right now.
Kind of a lot. It's kind of a lot of kind of smart guy shit going on. Yeah, I don't know.
Dark web, and they had this little GPS tracker in them. I figured out that the tracker was trying to send my location to a phone number, and so today on my live stream, I called it.
I know who you are. I know what you did. And if you found this number,
Sounds hella
I'm coming for you.
seductive.
The price must be paid.
At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for
What?
more options.
Oh no, I know bro's probably trying to be scary, but that sounds like so like why is he moaning into the phone? So I sent this one back. Oh, I'm coming for you. I know who you are and what you did, and I'm gonna pay that price.
If you're satisfied with the message,
And we're gonna see where this goes.
I don't know. Yeah. See, it's just kind of feels like the argument for it being fake definitely seems more valid with this and all of it. I don't know. He doesn't seem to be that he didn't seem to be like, he seemed immediately to be kind of freaked out about the GPS, the tracker in the boots, as we were as viewers. But then he's not anymore, right? And that's kind of weird. If it were me, I would still be kind of freaked out about it, you know?
Someone on the dark web has been trying to track me. Piece is locked in. But I found their phone number and I called it yesterday and I heard their voicemail. So I left a message like making fun of his voice. And today I called again to see if he picked up and the voicemail had changed. The voice is like completely different though. Like not like he just got self-conscious, like completely different. I can't understand it perfectly. I think I know what it says now, but here it is.
No best for you. I need to explain. I've been trying to message you. I can't see the number you called from. Text me.
at the tone, please.
SIM card for the burner phone, and I did text the Schumann. I think that voicemail was saying to text him. These keyboards are like very hard to type on, so the first message didn't really go as planned, but I did successfully text him eventually, and he has not messaged back yet, which sucks because I thought I would have a bigger update for you guys by now, but that's where we're at. So Schumann, if you're reading this or watching this, please text me back. I got a text. Okay, so for those of you that don't know, I ordered some shoes on the dark web. These ones right here. They had some gross stuff on it. I tested it. I think it's blood. They also came with this VHS tape. It had a bunch of creepy stuff on it. More on that soon. But more importantly, the heel of one of the shoes was hollow. And it had this tracker in it, which was trying to send my location to a phone number. Now, I called the phone number, and the voicemail was really weird. So I left a voicemail, roasting the voicemail, and then they changed the voicemail saying to text them. I texted them. That was a couple days ago, and they just texted me back. Where did I just put the phone? Okay. Islanders. I'm just kidding. Sorry for the delay. Oh, wait. So I said Dear Schumann, I found your number. Disregard that. Oh, I messed up the text. Why were you trying to track me, and what do you need to explain? Also, the name of the site is the Schumann. The VHS was about the Schumann coming to get you or whatever, so that's why I'm calling him the Schumann. Sorry for the delay. Couldn't get a signal for a few days. Look, I've seen your videos. I know who you are. I know you think you know who I am, but you have it backwards. The tracker is mine. I was just trying to see where they went, but he never even put them on. I can't say too much on here, but I'm on your side. I don't want you to do what I did. More are on the way. Do not trust the Schumann.
So pretty anonymous. Is that the right word? Anonymous? But not the Schumann now. New update, new wrinkle. Not the Schumann. The guy who was the Schumann. Or he bought the shoes from the Schumann. Now he's tracking the Schumann. Trying to track the Schumann. And then says something weird about, but the Schumann never put them on. Which, why would he? Why would he put on the boots? You know? Changing it from customer to customer. Kind of odd.
Still alive. For real though, just because I don't post for like a day or two doesn't mean that I was brutally murdered. If I do die, I'll let you guys know. In the meantime, because everyone's been asking me for an update on the dark web boots. The update is that I still haven't got a text back. At least not in a little bit. Let me turn this phone back on. Hold on. Yeah, still no text back. And this last message, the one of the guy claiming that he's not the Schumann, the guy seemed to be saying that he was the one trying to track the Schumann, not track me, and that he's not the Schumann. But I also don't know, what if he's the Schumann and he's trying to pretend to not be the Schumann to like get me to trust him. So even if he texts me back, I don't know what I'm gonna do with that information. But yeah, not dead, so.
I got a text. What does this mean? Hey, sorry for the day. Lost signal for a bit again. You'll understand soon. More will be on the way. He doesn't usually wait long to make the rules known. Clearly the effects have started to show already. Everything will be clear. Everything will be clear soon. Do not trust the Schumann. What does that mean?
I probably shouldn't have put those dark web boots on. Now I did put trash bags on my feet to keep my feet clean, but I found this tracker in the heel and I think I know how it works now. So it came with a battery that if it was on the whole time should have probably only lasted it a couple days. But when I found it in the heel, it was still on. And I noticed when I was trying to get the code off the tracker that whenever I turned it on, after about an hour or two, it would shut back off. And I also noticed that the reset button is broken, but the power on button isn't. Now I figured out that the tracker was sending my location and possibly some audio to a phone number. But I got the person who has the phone number and they claim that they're not the person who sent me the boots. They claim that they were trying to track the person who sent me the boots, but the person never put them on. And I didn't know what they meant by that for a while, but now I'm thinking that maybe the tracker was set up how it was in the heel of the boot so that when you wore the boots, it pressed the power button. This is a clip of when I first found the tracker, and the power button I think is the highest point. Also the light is solid, which means it just turned on. And that would actually explain why it was on when I found it, but never turned on for the Schumann when he had them because he never wore them, I guess. Anyways, that's my best theory as of now. So if anyone has any other ideas, let me know. Also, let me know what y'all think about that new batch of texts because I don't know what the rules are or more coming soon is or what.
Yeah, it does seem kind of fake at this point. Mainly because he's so... I don't know how you react, right? I don't know how you'd react. I don't know if I'd be this calm, but I guess if this is all over like a couple weeks, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, you know, how long do you actually stay in a very paranoid state? And he seems like a smart guy. I think he graduated from Stanford, which doesn't always mean you're smart, but he seems like a smart dude. So, I don't know. I'll point out one other thing I never noticed until now, but it's a little weird. How many gloves does he have that are all ripped at the palm? Like he had those, the gloves he put on when he first handled the boots had a rip right there too. So did he do all this filming in like one day and he's spacing all of it out? You know what I'm saying? Kind of almost leads to it being a little more fake. Just odd. Those were it was kind of the same glove situation when he first like started handling the boots.
I hope I didn't just cut. Oh, I need to put on gloves. Hold on. Also, should probably wash my hands right now.
Yeah, it is a different hand.
Here we go.
This is a different hand. Yeah, okay. Different hand. That theory's a little out the window. Got another text. Does this guy need to keep on saying he lost service again? Well, my good friend, if I told you my real name, you likely may not believe me. The product worked well for me, but the name I entered when... The name I entered when purchasing the boots was Dante, sort of. Missed my submission allotment on the tape, but it was still approved. I'm assuming he followed the rules by now. I have given my good friend too much information on this already. Goodbye, and do not trust the Schumann. I think that's it. So I think that's it. I think that's where we're at. There's some red flags in this, you know. Sometimes he seems a little, Shiloh seems a little too cavalier. I don't know if that's the right word. I'm good at not using the right word. But he seems a little too casual about it all. I would be kind of flipping out. That being said, I also wouldn't find myself in this situation. Wouldn't have bought the boots. Definitely, sure as shit, would have never put them on. That's for sure. I think the whole tracker stuff is pretty wild too. It kind of seems like the person who installed the tracker knows a lot about tracking devices and what to break and what not to break and all that really well. And oddly, Shiloh seems to know all that shit really well. I can't imagine the information to learn all of that is like wicked available and easy and stuff. And things, you know what I mean? Like, how do you know what to Google to figure out what he knew about the tracker? I don't know. I guess, I mean, Shiloh does have a large following, so maybe he could be, you know, reaching out to people in his comments that might know a thing or two. That's a possibility. I don't know. We will keep up on this. This is post 2 of the Schumann saga. I do want to see where it goes, regardless if it's fake or real. I would like to see where it goes. It's a good story. It's a good story so far. This would be a really fun movie, I think. It would be a great movie. I would watch this. If this was a horror movie, I would definitely watch this, for sure. But that's where we're at. Just like the last video, I'm going to put Shiloh's Instagram name in the description. So if you want to keep up with it yourself, please give him a follow. Great content, good content, all that stuff. Thank you for watching. Please give this a like, hit subscribe if you want. As with all that subscribe shit, maybe check out my other content. We do a lot of variety things here. Have a good day. Peace.